You're a lean IT team, but you're really struggling to keep up with all the tickets that are coming in and all the changes you have to make on your network. And I feel like AI has really helped us identify these issues, making recommendations and various suggestions on what you should make and change on your network, right? And so Juniper Networks has provided this information very well in our dashboard. As we saw in Mobility Field Day 13, they've made a very good progression along the years in identifying what problems are happening on your network. And then they started making recommendations. Here are the changes you should make. What we've seen is when you have issues where certain events happen on your network and users are unable to get to the internet, or they're not getting IP addresses. So things like missing VLAN and DHCP problems, or even APs not coming up because of stuck ports. Well, the next step in AI is really going to be that self-driving portion to help solve that problem for you. It's like looking at Waymo, right? Where the cars are now self-driving. They pick you up, they bring you to the airport. That's really where AI is going with our network. But what about environments where there's strict change control? What about control over specific types of changes? I think that's where we'll start to learn about how this will work on our networks. Maybe we allow changes for very specific types of changes. Maybe it is just adding a VLAN to a port because it is missing. But what if that VLAN wasn't supposed to be on that port? Maybe it was the opposite. Maybe the WLAN wasn't supposed to be on that VLAN, but then now it's adding it. And so we want to be able to control some of these changes, be able to document those changes, and maybe tie it to some sort of portal or ticketing system where that change control can be submitted. And we can take it a step further where once that ticket is submitted by AI, somebody does review it and also approves it. Once it's approved, that feedback would be sent to AI in the dashboard, and then it is allowed to make that change. So there's a lot of things that we can do to improve once we get to that place where AI is making those changes. And I'm sure there'll be bumps along the way, but Juniper's Marvis actions have really made some big strides on the network today. And I think we'll really see a lot of efficiencies be made when Marvis actions can make those changes for you, such as rebooting a switch port because it's stuck. Maybe that PoE camera wasn't able to get online. And I don't know about you, I've had scenarios where someone says that camera's not responding anymore, so we had to bounce the port. And those are some of the simple actions that I think Marvis can take in order to streamline some of the operations and free us up to do some other architectural designs or some other projects that may be well worth it rather than chasing some of these bad devices. I'm curious what you guys think, if AI should be taking actions on our network, if you think that's worthwhile, especially for very lean teams, or do you feel that you have it under control? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about these videos, hit subscribe on the channel.